Hello everyone, welcome to this video tutorial, part 1 of the series where I will be explaining the using statement in C#. So in this video we'll be just covering the details, the basics of the using statement. Okay, so let's start by an introduction what the using statement is. So basically, the using statement, it provides a convenient syntax that ensures correct use of objects that implement the IDisposable interface. And secondly, it defines a scope at the end of which the object will be disposed. Thirdly, within the using block, the object in question is read-only and it can't be modified or reassigned. The using block ensures that the object is disposed even if an exception occurs. Okay, so these are the 4 points that explains how the using statement works. So let's see by a single example. Okay, I'm using the string reader just to illustrate how the using block works. So on my left you have a simple use of the string reader which implements the IDisposable interface, and on the right you have the same piece of code that you can write using the using statement. So let's see here line by line. So I have a simple string which is split into 3 lines and a string reader, okay, where I read the string, and in the final block you are disposing the string reader instance. The same thing on the right side, you can do it in fewer lines of code using the using statement, okay, and inside the body you do your operations, and the using statement at the end will ensure that the object is disposed. Okay, so that's a simple example. So let's see with a custom example in a C# program. So first of all, I will create a simple class that doesn't implement the IDisposable interface. Say my non-disposable class. Okay, so let's see the behavior when we are using the using statement with a class that doesn't implement the IDisposable interface. So in my C# program, I write using var obj is equal to new my non-disposable class, okay. So here you can see the message. The compiler fires an error and indicates that the non-disposable class used in a using statement must be implicitly convertible to the IDisposable interface. So you can't use an instance that doesn't implement the IDisposable interface. Okay, so now we'll just add a new disposable class. Say my disposable class, and I'll implement the IDisposable interface here. Okay, and in this class I just add a simple property, simple internal variable, string name. Okay, and just add this setter method, set name. Okay, so this is my simple class that implements the IDisposable interface. So what I do next, so create two methods to illustrate our understanding. So in the benefit of time, I've already written a few lines of code. So I'll just write like a simple dispose. Okay, and another simple method with the dispose interface and using statement. Okay, just make sure just to confirm if the dispose interface is called. Okay, so let's put a breakpoint here, and our breakpoint in our dispose method. Okay, so dispose in that my disposable class should be called twice. First, when it is explicitly called here, and one when the using block reaches end of scope. Okay, so let's debug our program. Okay, so here we are calling our object. First time dispose is called when it is being explicitly called in the final block. Okay, and with a using block here. So after the it reaches end of scope, should be calling the dispose method. Okay, so this proves our understanding and explanation that the disposed is being called at the end of a using block. Now it can also happen that that an exception occurs while using the object within the using block, or any type of exception. So we also said that the using block ensures that the disposed method is being called. So let's simulate that. Okay, and for this I will just add a get name in my disposable class that throws an exception. Okay, simple. And here we just called obj dot get name. Okay, and we call it in our using block. Okay, and we'll just make sure that the statements are being executed till the end. So what we'll do, we'll just enclose our method calls within the try catch block. Okay. Okay. So just put a breakpoint here, one breakpoint here. Okay, let's start the program. Okay, so here we call our dispose object. The get name throws an exception. We are disposing it explicitly. And exception is handled at the call level. Now, with a using statement, let's see what happens. Okay, so set name works fine. The get name should be throwing an exception. Okay, and at the end, we call the dispose object. Okay, and see the exception being handled at the caller level. Okay, so with this, we confirm that the exception was thrown twice. Okay, and with the using block, even though you have an exception within the body of the using block, the disposed is still being called. Okay, so the key points to remember with the using statement is that it cannot be used with classes that cannot be implicitly convertible to the System.IDisposable interface. And secondly, the using statement ensures that objects are disposed even in case of exceptions. Okay, thank you for watching, guys. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.